My name is Izzy. I am 25 years old, and I've been doing the stock market for about 3.5 years. A lot of people know me as Sell Sneakers on my YouTube channel. That was my original name at the time. Now I decided to change my name up to Daily Go Getter. Again, this is my channel right here. Before I used to do shoe reviews and show you guys how I did my resale on my shoes as well. Showed you guys my journey on vlogging, going to these sneaker events and etc. And I was fortunate enough about 3.5 years ago to get involved with the stock market and do something called option trading. To those that do not understand what option trading is, it's pretty much just betting that a stock is either going to go up or down at a specific time or date. And if you're obviously right about it, you're able to make money and capitalize. My channel today on this video, I pretty much just want to go and explain over what the stock market did on March 31st. Right now it's 12:35, so on the top right of my screen it says it's April 1st. So happy April Fools to anyone watching this video. Anyways, again, my name is Izzy. I'm 25 years old. Been doing a stock option trading for about 3.5 years now. I'm trying to grow my channel back again, so that is why I am back on YouTube, and I'm trying to do this as my full career. I decided to quit my job about 2.5 months ago, so now I am literally doing full-time day trading. To anyone that wants to understand or learn what option trading is or be a part of a community, I do have my own Discord group that is located right here below. It is going to be probably down in this, video description. I used to charge people $50 a month. I decided that, you know what, I didn't want to do that. I want to build a community, get my community strong, have some people trust in me with my trading, and help some people out make some money. So it is completely free. Link down below. All you got to do is download the app called Discord, and from there, you're pretty much going to be set. But yeah, guys, it feels so good to be back. As you guys can tell, the last time I made a video was literally 9 months ago. I was doing a couple of videos to help you guys with the stock market. If you guys haven't watched it, I recommend you guys watching the how to make support and resistance zones. Super helpful for anything, whether you're doing regular stocks and buying shares and stuff and selling shares, or doing what I do, option trading. Another video that I got a lot of exposure on, which I was actually really shocked coming back into the YouTube because, I haven't been on here for about 9 to 10 months. Literally, the TTM squeeze scanner. I got a lot of feedback on that, and I'm really shocked at how many people are actually able to make money off that. So if you have not watched that video, guys, please go check that out. Just go check out my YouTube channel at Daily Go Getter. It's right there in my video section. You guys can see right here. I have 11,000 views on that, and I want to start making more videos on that. So that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and help me get to 4,000 subscribers before the new year ends. I know right now my channel is probably going to be a little bit inactive and the views are going to be super low since I haven't posted for about 10 months. But this entire channel, I pretty much want to educate you guys on how to make money using different aspects or different genres in the world. So whether it's drop shipping, option trading, or even selling sneakers, I want to go ahead and provide that with you guys and take you guys to my journey. I know I don't do shoes as often as I used to, and to anyone that stayed here from the beginning with my shoe career, I do appreciate you guys. I know I steered away from that about 2-3 years ago, but it was for the right reasons only. But yeah, guys, thank you to everyone that is continuing to watch this video. If you guys want to get straight to the video, make sure I'll leave a timestamp down below, and that's when the actual video starts. All right, guys, let's get to it. Alright guys, let's do the overview today on March 31st of 2023. Today I'm going to be talking about different levels of stuff that I've seen today in the market overall, on why I thought I was bullish, and etc. So in case you guys don't know, today in March 31st we had the PCE numbers come out. The forecast I believe was 0.50 and we fell short below, which was a good bullish momentum for our news end today. With that being said, the market reacted absolutely incredible today. I have different levels depending on my supply and demand zones, are also known as resistance and support zones, right? So if you guys don't know what that is, make sure you guys go check out that video down below. Everything that I've included in any of my videos are all for your knowledge. I am not a financial advisor, so please take everything that I say with a grain of salt, but do keep in mind that I've been doing this for about 3.5 years, and I've been fortunate enough to have my own Discord group and help people literally make money. So first things first, before I do anything, I want to go ahead and explain different aspects or ratios on what affects the economy and what might not. So for example, as I mentioned before, PCE numbers came in a little bit lighter than before or expected, so that's the reason why we were bullish. If you guys do not know how to check the economic events or anything like that, or the reports, there's a website that I can link down below as well. It is called marketwatch.com/economy politics. Um, excuse me. Unfortunately, right now you guys can't see the brand new thing, since right now I'm recording this video at midnight. It is currently April 1st now, so this video is probably gonna be published either tomorrow, the 4-2nd, before the new week starts. But on this specific website, it's going to be showing you guys the U.S. economic calendar, pretty much showing you guys what's going to be moving the markets and what's going to be helping you. So, for example, for next week, starting on April 3rd, we do have a couple of things going on. We do have the federal president, Bullard, speaks. For some reason, every time this man speaks, I have a feeling that like he just makes the market go bullish, just like Jerome Powell. So it's kind of like a little bit of the same thing. But again, if some of these federal speakers do say something negative, whether it's something with the balance sheet or something with inflation, this definitely can make the entire stock market go volatile in either direction, either good or bad. So I also recommend you guys, when these speakers are speaking, and keep in mind these time frames are at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you got to convert that to whatever time frame you are living in, or whatever city you're at. So back to what I was saying, I recommend you guys definitely watching CNBC and having your TV on while these speakers are speaking, because if you don't understand or know what they're saying, there's probably a good chance that you're either going to miss a move on the upside or the downside, and you don't want to be stuck in between, right? So it's always important for you guys to be ahead of schedule and always set yourself up by looking at this before even the stock market even opens. So, for example, the stuff that I'm going to be looking at for this entire week is going to be him speaking, the ISM manufacturing thing. We also have, let's see, on Tuesday, nothing too crazy. It says job openings. I don't think that affects it too much, but might be affecting the market. So we'll play it safe and probably start trading until an hour into the market or 30 minutes into the market. So that's something I'll be looking at. Of course, we have Wednesday. It's going to be ADP employment, which is going to be pretty huge. We also have the U.S. trade balance, which is also going to be pretty huge. And the ISM services, which is kind of medium to not too much of a degree of what's going to happen with the market. Thursday is also going to be a great day to trade. We have the initial jobless claims. Less job claims that we have, the better that the market is going to go up. The more jobless claims that we have, unfortunately, is going to mean that the market will probably go down. So just keep that in mind. We also have Bullard speaking again that time. So make sure you guys are paying attention to Thursday. Thursday is going to be a super important day. Friday, we have the U.S. unemployment report and the rate in the consumer credit. So that's going to be also huge. But yeah, so this is what I recommend every single trader who is doing option trading or buying regular shares for long term or whatever to be paying attention to this information, because all this actually does matter. Some other news events that are not on this balance sheet or whatever you want to call it are, obviously, you guys, if you guys pay attention to the news, we have President Trump being indicted into the what is it? I think he's going to jail or something like that, which is kind of crazy to me to find that out. We also found out that I think it's I think China or something like that. Something about with the what is it? I can't even think of it right now, guys. Jesus, it's with the currency. Supposedly the USD currency is being cut off, and the UN dollar in China is gonna actually start making a trade thing beneficial to Dubai or stuff like that, the Emirates or something like that. I'll put the article down below so you guys can read about it. But pretty much that's not good at all, guys. So speaking in terms on why the market even went up today, was only because of the PCE results, and of course it being the end of the month for March and stuff like that. So that's something else to be looking out now after. Now let's get into the actual trading on what happened in the market today and what moved it and what to worry about for the upcoming week of April 1st to the 5th. And keep in mind, Friday we are not going to be trading due to the fact that it's not going to be open. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be a short week next week, 4 days of trading. So make sure you guys take advantage of that, and be careful with the consolidation zones or whatever might happen with the sell-off or whatever with these news reports, right? So keep that in mind, guys. And that's pretty much it. And let's get started with the actual graphs on Thinkorswim. All right, now for the good stuff, guys. So let me go ahead and move this over here so you guys can see my face a little bit better. There you go. All right, so to start it off, I want to be looking at SPY. SPY is the S&P 500. If you guys do not know what the S&P 500, make sure you guys go Google it. I don't want to explain too much. I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to go over what I think I'm going to be trading for next week and why I'm going to be trading it. So, for example, we do have SPY, right? We hit all-time highs, which is absolutely insane. If you go on the daily, we actually went above our Fibonacci retracement. If you guys do not know what a Fibonacci retracement is, I can go ahead and give you guys a tutorial on how to use it and how do you actually use all these indicators, which I actually have 2 videos already about and how to get all this. So if you guys haven't checked out my other 2 videos regarding how to use support and resistance zones and how to set up your indicators, go check them out in my YouTube channel. They're literally right there for you guys, and that's for me to help you guys with free knowledge, and it's all on me. So back to what I was saying. We're looking at the SPY report right here on the 1 year daily. We can see that we just went through a major resistance zone. The reason why I say resistance zone is because we did a Fibonacci retracement from the top to the bottom, and we got 100% at 407.57, which was pretty big for the most part on why we should have sold off. And you guys can also tell that we had not one but two retracements. So let me go ahead and show you guys so you guys can see. So 1, 2, and then this is would have been the third, right? So a lot of people were expecting us to actually go back down on this time frame at 407.57, which we actually did today. I'm going to be showing you guys on the smaller time frames, but looking at this right here, we can obviously see that we are gaining momentum and we are bullish now. The next stop for me would probably be, if I go a little bit zooming out, would probably be around this area, around the what is this, 410.81 area, and then the next one after that would probably be 417, and then 427. So those are gonna be my other ones. So again, if you want to stop the recording and go back into how to do support and resistance zones, just look at all this other stuff right here. So be careful with next week's trading. Obviously, right now, if you guys look at the daily, we can see that we are actually squeezing to the upside. But if you look at the RSI, we are getting to the point where we are actually to the point of over what is it? It's overreacted right now. It's overbought. So once we get to that level, we could see a lot of consolidation for a couple of days, and all of a sudden we might sell off. So I think Monday and Tuesday we're probably going to consolidate. Probably won't be a good time to trade unless the market decides to go bullish because we have Bullard speaking. So with that being said, we could probably move up another $3. So keep that in mind. We also do have Tesla. Tesla has their China's report, I think, on their vehicles for this weekend, I believe. So that's the reason why Tesla went up, and I'm going to be showing you guys in a little bit. But here are my levels for SPY. If we look at the time frame for today, it was pretty choppy in the morning. I'm a scalp trader, so what that means is I'm in and out of plays within minutes to seconds. So I'm handling with like a lot of contracts when I'm doing option trading. So for me, I like to go in and out, and I like to be done within 30 minutes of the stock market being open. But if you are a regular swing trader who likes to hold positions for a long period of time, whether it's a couple of hours or the following day or several days, that's really up to you. Now, I can't do that because I haven't mastered that specifically, since I realized that for me to be a profitable trader, I've just been really good at scalping. But enough about that. Let's get into the chart and show you guys the levels of what happened and what I've seen. So obviously today, guys, we had to see that 405.41 was definitely a major resistance zone that we could not surpass for a couple of days, actually. If I went to go back, let's see, 5 days, 5 minute, we can see actually that the 405 was very hard for us in the pre-market to go over. So the reason why I even alerted anything in my Discord group, which I said is going to be linked in my description, completely for free, so make sure you guys join, is me alerting stuff when I can, right? So again, I was looking at the 405.41 to get some calls. I alerted the 406 call contract a little bit earlier than expected. And I was playing 0 DTE on that one, so the gamma was definitely eating up my contract as well as the theta. So when you're playing on Fridays, I absolutely hope that you guys aren't playing 0 DTE unless you are scalp trading. If you are not scalp trading and the market is going sideways, your contract will go to zero with your premiums, or will you lose a lot of money on it. So what I like to give advice on with anyone that is trading on Fridays is to buy the following week's expiration date, so that way the theta is not eating up your contract if the stock market decides to consolidate or not go in your direction. So again, Fridays, always trade playing next week's expiration dates. If you're not going to do that and want to be a rebel, you can play 0 DTE, but you got to be in and out of contracts quickly. If you guys do not know how to do that, make sure you guys watch my video on how to use Active Trader. That is the #1 source for a lot of scalp traders out there who want to understand and learn how to get in and out of place quickly. I don't have my setup for you guys right now in this example because I'm showing you guys this screen specifically, and I have two others right now, and those are the ones that I use my Active Trader. So again, if you guys do not know how to use Active Trader, make sure you guys go watch that video. Link will be down in my description, and overall, it's on my YouTube channel. So when I was looking at SPY today, obviously we had good news with the PCE report. I was bullish on it. I just didn't know we were gonna go this high, to be honest with you. Max pain for me would have been about 407.57, but even then that was a little bit hard because in the beginning it was a little bit choppy. So if you look at this on this time frame, a lot of people kind of got psyched out due to this reason of it having 4 or 5 wicks going down to the bottom, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you guys can see the highest we got was 407.7, and then it went back down to this level, 405.34. It was definitely hovering here for a while, so you guys can see from 8:30, the stock market opens my time frame, Central Standard Time. We can see for about a good hour until 9:30. That's when we started seeing momentum finally go above it. So of course, contract was getting eating up if you play 0 DTE, so that's why I always recommend you playing next week's expiration. That way your contract wouldn't have been eating up that bad, right? As soon as we saw this though, and I saw it hold for a while, right? And then we started seeing volume come in, right? So we saw volume come in with these two. I did see it get a little bit overextended, which made me a little bit worried, but I held my position for the 406 contract, and I think I actually called it a little bit too early. I think I called it around 840-ish, 842. But again, I was holding it for next week's expiration, so I think I paid $166 for the contract, and by end of the close, it was worth 400. So I still have until next Monday. So think of that. That's gonna be awesome, right? But yeah. Anyways, so I saw the 405.41 level being held, and then from there, I pretty much saw momentum coming in around 9:30, which is an hour after the stock market, and then from there, we started seeing a lot of volume come in around 11 to 12 o'clock at noon, right? You guys can see from the Fibonacci retracement that I created, we actually respected that so well, and we actually could even look at Apple, and it did the same thing, but with Apple, I actually made a trend line. Let me show you a quick example of Apple. When I'm trading SPY, guys, I also like to look at Apple. Apple is the one that pretty much carries SPY for the most part. So if Apple isn't performing, well, guess what's going to happen? Apple and SPY are going to correlate and do the same thing, right? So that's why it's important for you guys, if you're trading SPY, to also be aware to have Apple open as well, and also VIX, which is the opposite of SPY. So looking at this right here, guys, I did this literally probably a couple days ago. So this is pretty crazy. I was pretty up to my teeth for everything, right? So I did my what was it? My what is it? My trend line. Jesus Christ, couldn't even talk about that. My apologies. And pretty much it was respecting the line for a while. You guys can actually see that we actually sold off right here, and we actually respected my support and resistance zones. And keep in mind, these were made probably days prior to this past week. So you got to pay attention to that, right? So there's a lot of bullish momentum coming in, right? And if you look at the smaller time frames for today, you can see, right, that we were respecting this trend line. Again, I made this trend line, we were respecting it, and we could not surpass that until finally we were squeezing today, right? And we decided to finally pop off at around 10 to 15, which also made SPY go off on the session, right? I don't trade Apple very much because it doesn't move as much as I would like to anticipate, but again, this is super helpful for you to understand how SPY is also moving. So right now, looking at this graph, we can see that what was it? We opened up at 162. We had a lot of buying power on the bottom. You guys can tell by the wicks right here, and you can see that we surpassed on the stochastic slow. The MACD was increasing, as well as the TTM squeeze for buyers coming into the market. So for me, that was one major indication that we were coming in, right? But this probably wouldn't have been a good entry. The best entry for today would have been a retest to the pre-market low right here, which was at 162.20. And at 9:10 o'clock in the morning, which was 40 minutes after the market, and then finally seeing another wick come up right here, right? So definitely seeing a lot of buying pressure, but if you had 0 DTE, your contract probably would have gotten eaten up a little bit, and you probably wouldn't have got the best price to actually execute and get in. Again, there's no such thing as a perfect entry, but if you can, that's even better if you understand if you could do it, right? So yeah. So with that being said, that got held. Apple went up 163.50, went all the way up to 163.97, and this was like an area of resistance for a while, right? We had a double top. You can see that right here. There's two things, and it went back down, right? If you guys don't understand indicators, again, my Discord has all that information for you regarding candlesticks and the patterns and how all that stuff works. So please, guys, take advantage of my Discord. I'm literally doing this all for free. Keep in mind, I used to charge people. Now I do not. Eventually, I will charge, but right now I want to grow my community as strong as possible, and I really, really want to help everyone worldwide. So if you guys can help me, just join. Literally takes 2 seconds to download Discord, join on that link, and then you're officially in, just like that. But yeah, so once we got over past this with the double top, we could see that we were still above the 50 EMA, right? So we have different EMAs. Right now I'm using the 50 and the 200. You guys can see it from Thinkorswim right here. And we held that support, guys. So right now 165 was actually the highest that we actually called out in my group. I'll show you guys a screenshot of between me and one of my other friends named Christo, who is an amazing analyst in my group who helps out with a ton of TAs and price action and stuff like that. So again, we have a very strong group on my Discord. So to anyone that is struggling with becoming a profitable trader and doesn't spend a dime, take advantage of it now because it is completely for free. So yeah, so we hit 165 again. That affected SPY, and SPY was literally moving up, right? So we saw that this was a huge area of demand. We are actually above. If we surpass 410, we could potentially see 412. Then if we sell off there, then we probably will, right? But I think the huge sell off was probably going to be either on Wednesday or Thursday. And that is my personal opinion, but I'm going to take it day by day and pretty much go off of what I see. So as of right now, SPY is cooling off. You can see that we need to kind of sell off a little bit. The next time that we come back down, we might even see the 407.57 become our next support zone now, since we surpassed that. So next week, that's going to be a zone that I'm going to be looking at, 407.57 for potential bounce, and then a potential rally going back to the upside, right? So we'll see. Again, we've been consolidating. We just made a huge move up. So days like today, usually the next couple of days, the market consolidates and kinds of tries to find where the direction is going to be. Back to Tesla. Tesla went apeshit today. Holy shit. I did play Tesla. I'll show you guys a screenshot right here on the side of the picture, right there. I am holding it. My expiration date is on April 6th or the 7th, I believe, Friday. So I'm up about $300, which I'm super grateful for. So keep that in mind. I'm super hyped up about that stuff. So I called out the signal, and I'll show you guys another screenshot that I called it out today, March 31st, and pretty much showing you guys that I called a Tesla 202.50 strike price expiring literally next Friday to play it safe. Now, if you guys play 0DTE, you probably made over $500 to $1,000 just today if you held it throughout the entire day of the stock market being open. If you guys can see, we have different support and resistance zones. Keep in mind, guys, Tesla is one of my favorite tickers that I love to play. So that's the reason why you see so much information and all these all these support and resistance zones being intact with everything, right? Looking at a graph though today, we can totally tell that the reason why Tesla even came up in the beginning is because China sales coming out this weekend. Unfortunately, if they don't do progressively good and don't anticipate the number that we wanted, we could see Tesla sell off. But right now, we are over 200, which is pretty huge because it was really hard for us to get surpassed that through the entire week until literally today. So with that being said, we also crossed over 205, which is another area of demand or supply, right? So we would have thought that 205 would have sold off. So different areas being held for sure. We can see that 206.16 might be the new support level, or 206.09 right there. So we're going to play by year and see what happens. Right now, looking this on the daily, we look pretty strong. So let's check it out. Yeah, so on the daily, guys, you guys can see that Tesla is absolutely just ripping it right now. One thing that's getting me a little bit worried is the simple fact that the RSI is overbought right now. So that means that we are in a potential demand where we can actually start selling off. Whether it's not even Monday, it could be Tuesday or Wednesday, but technically it could happen, right? But we always know that with Elon and Tesla, it just seems like the fucking ticker, just tends to go up, you know? So I'm going to be watching this for a play for puts around 218 if we even get to that level. Anything above 218 is going to be absolutely insane. Another level to be careful to watch out was probably 212. That's the next level that I anticipate a lot of people are going to be selling. Again, the reason why I say that is because this is an area of resistance, guys. So from 216, we saw areas of resistance, or 218 right there. So for me, that's probably when I'm going to start loading up puts, whether it's probably a week or 2 weeks out. If you have the money for it, I recommend you guys doing that. That's pretty much it for next week that I'm going to be looking at. It's going to be Tesla and SPY. Those are the two main stocks that I pretty much trade for the most part. and as well as from time to time Apple and QQQ. But if you guys also don't know how to use my scanner, this is absolutely grateful, and I'm gonna show you guys. I made a video on it, so if you guys haven't watched it, go make sure you guys check it out. But it's pretty cool to see what tickers are actually squeezing, right? Hopefully this works. I know Thinkorswim's been acting up on me a little bit. Well, okay, so for example, I use my scanner, right? And this is my scanner for squeezes. So this pretty much tells me what tickers are squeezing on the hourly and etc. So right now you guys can see that we have AMD, which is pretty good, right, on the hourly, and we have Bank of America as well. So if you went on AMD right now, right? So let's look at AMD, and you look down the hourly. Let's see. We can see that we have a squeeze right here, guys, and from that squeeze, you can tell that it's starting to go to the upside. The highest that we saw AMD was 102. Right now we're at 98. I wouldn't be shocked if we see 100 by Monday open, depending on Bullard's speech, and if the market decides to rally, also because of Tesla. So, with that being said, I probably won't get calls until we surpass our high of 100. But looking at this right now, it looks like there's buyers coming into the market. And again, we also got to correlate this with NVIDIA too as well. So we got to be careful. But let's also look at Bank of America. Bank of America is absolutely squeezing, guys. It definitely looks like it wants to go back up to the upside. We are hovering over the 50 EMA. Worst case is we'll visit back down to 28.20. And after that, probably skyrocket, making newer, higher time frames. Because we've been consolidating for the past 15 days around this area right here between $29 to 27. So we're about due for a squeeze to the probably the upside. If we go on a higher time frame, we could probably check that out. So let's see. Yearly, daily. Yeah, on the daily, you could definitely tell that we could potentially even see an upside. If we don't, the only reason why I would say we don't is because of the simple fact that we are creating a bear flag, right? So if you guys know what a bear flag is, we can see potentially going down. But the reason why I'm a little bit bullish on this, though, right, is because of this simple fact of the TTM squeeze starting to get to the upside right there. We do have the stochastic slow crossover. The RSI is not overbought right now. We are literally at 59%. So we have room to us to grow. And we also see that the MACD is crossing as well for buyers coming into the market. Another thing for us to see anything would be volume coming in, being a little bit over 20 or 35% right here. This is my buying versus selling pressure, so I can see how many buyers come into the market compared to sellers, and this definitely helps me out a ton. So I'll be making that trend line right now, like you just seen, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and get calls above the trend line. So anything above $29, you can see it probably go up to $30, $31, and rejecting off the 50 SMA. So or moving average, sorry. So again, we can either go that way or it could be a bear flag and fake us out and go back down to 26. So just keep that in mind. Anything can happen, right? It could happen maybe there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Just be on the lookout. Squeezing, absolutely. So let's pay attention to that. But again, scanners absolutely grateful and helpful. So if anyone, if you want to change it to on the weekly, monthly, you can see what's going on. So let's look at that on the daily. See if it works. Click on scan. Let's see if I recognize any of these. DraftKings. DraftKings looks like it's definitely doing something. We also have Boeing, BA. Wow. So let's look at Boeing really quick. Whoops. So Boeing looks like it wants to create higher highs. In order for me to get into calls, I probably would have to play the upside, right? But the only thing that worries me right now is the simple fact that we have a doji forming right here. If we don't open above, let's see, 212.77, I probably won't get calls on that. There's a potential that, again, we could probably see a rally on Monday because of Bullard speaking. But again, you want to play it safe and kind of get your profits as soon as you can. So depending on this, I can go ahead and actually make a trend line just to play it safe, right? Go like that and see whatever happens, whether we continue that or we can see if we can surpass this zone right here. The 213.7. So anything above that, guys, you can probably see 217. That's a $4 move, which is absolutely insane. That's the next resistance zone. So if we go above that, we could probably see a lot of good news coming up to Boeing hitting 220 potentially, right? So again, this looks kind of bullish to me because we passed the stochastic slow. TTM squeeze going to the upside. You can see buyers coming in with the blue, and we have a lot of volume coming in as well. So that's going to be very interesting to see how Boeing plays out for next week. So if you swung this and you held your position for today, let's look at today's thing. And if you got a good uh, thing going on, then you're probably gonna be okay. But you guys can see it from Boeing on today's thing. It actually consolidated, and we actually rejected the 214.8, so 215 area, right? So if you want to play even more safe, get calls above 215. Otherwise, just take your profits there if you were able to catch the bottom right here of 210. So again, that's why you want to make your support and resistance zones before you even get into any trade. So I recommend you doing this the weekend prior to you hopping onto the stock market on Monday. But anyways, guys, I hope this video was super helpful. I know I have not made a video in about 9 or 10 months, so I got to get back to the rhythm of making this. But if this video was super helpful for you guys, again, please just go ahead and like and subscribe. That's all I ask. And to anyone that wants to join my community on the Discord, it's going to be linked down below. My group is called Next Level Trading. Again, I've been doing this for about 3.5 years, and I have an awesome set of team members who are literally helpful and try to benefit off one another. So please do take advantage of that. And most importantly, guys, have an awesome day and happy April Fools. I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm probably going to start uploading videos every Tuesday and Thursday. And potentially, I want to start a new series called Option to Riches, where I'll be doing live trading for everyone every single day in the morning, probably starting on YouTube Live, or just doing my reactions on the stock market and uploading it the following day to show you guys how I profited and when I entered and stuff like that. For that example too, that's why I like to go. Eventually, I want to go on VC on Discord and pretty much show you guys of me live trading and stuff like that. A lot of people find that very helpful. Again, I'm a full-time day trader, so for me, I have the time and the patience, right? So, again, thank you guys for watching this video. If you stuck